Hi everybody, it's Keith with Bobscnc. Welcome to Shop Talk, and as always I am here with the only guy who really has anything to say, and that's Bob.
And I'm here with my best friend Keith.
Who probably shouldn't talk very much.
No, you're fine. Talk
Sometime.
away.
Well, we're going to talk about setting current.
Yeah, so every once in a while we have a customer that wants to build their own controller or builds their own controller or has damaged one and they need a new part, so they buy new parts. And one of the parts that you can buy, and I'll see if I can pull this off and show you on this controller, is these are DRV8825 drivers, and they fit onto the our controllers. We actually have a video out there. If you search it under YouTube, it's Key Studio, and it basically shows you how to take all this board apart and walk through it. But if you were to buy a board straight from Amazon or eBay or another supplier, you can buy all of these different parts and you can put them together yourself. But you know, you're going to want to know where the jumpers are, or use the one that you have. But one thing that you're going to have to do when you buy new drivers is you need to set the reference voltage, which sets the current to the stepper motors. If the currents are too low, then it won't have enough torque to drive the motor while you're cutting. If it's too high, what happens is they have a thermal overload, and so they'll get too hot and they'll shut themselves off so they don't burn themselves up. Of course, when they shut themselves off, they cool down, so they come back on, and then they get too hot and they go back on. So it really happens like in milliseconds. So it looks like your stepper motors are going instead of a nice smooth run. Do you like those sound effects? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I thought that was awesome.
I'm gonna be an actor one day. So to set the current, you're really going to need a voltmeter. You can do it by hand, but I don't recommend it. Bobscnc, you can do it with, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me explain that. You can just do it by ear or by feel, which is going to make you go crazy, I know. But it's
I
better.
want to see this.
You can adjust them blindly.
I want to see that too.
I don't know how else to say it, but we're going to recommend a voltmeter so that you can set it correctly. So at Bobscnc, when you buy a controller, not only is it pre-programmed, pre-tested, but the current's already set.
Yes. So you don't have to mess with this at all.
Yeah, we don't have to. But if
so
you're building
unless you want to mess with this, you don't have to mess with it.
As a matter of fact, I would recommend that you don't. Because unless you're kinder and gentler to this thing,
yes,
you will tear up these little potentiometer things. This is why I'm doing it, and not harsh, Mr. Harsh over here.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's really easy. You're going to get a voltmeter.
I want a hammer.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way you would adjust it, wouldn't you?
I'd fix it.
We have a voltmeter that we use that's kind of automatic, but the reason we bought them is because it comes with this nice little clip so we can put a screwdriver on. Okay. You know, you can check it and adjust it and check it, but this sure is nice for when you're doing production. So you're going to want to be on volts DC, right? And then you're going to want to put the negative lead, or the black one, on the negative blue terminal. And then there's potentiometers, and if I can do this so that we can get a video of it later, then you will take and put that on the potentiometer, and then you're just going to adjust that until it says 0.65 volts, or 650 millivolts if you're in millivolts, if you're going to do it that way. And you'll want to set each one of those. So you're going to have the power connected, and you're going to have the USB connected, right? And then you can check it. Now notice we don't have any of the stepper motors connected. We could have, but if we turn the current up too high, which is easy to do, we will blow that fuse right between those top two,
right?
And then you have to start over again. So we recommend that you actually do it without the stepper motors connected. So you're going to connect your power supply, you're going to connect the USB to enable them, and then you're going to put your ground here and check each of the voltages separately. It's really between 0.6 and 0.7 volts. I think Ashley really tries to get them around 0.65 so that they're not stable.
That would be right in the middle.
And that, I think it's about 1.2 amps per phase on the stepper motors that equates to. So, and I know you care. I can tell the way you're looking at me that you're like, oh, that really amps me up. Okay, I thought that was fun.
Can I have that hammer? Okay. Hey, listen, guys, if you have any questions about your controllers, setting your current, you can get a hold of us at the help desk at bobscnc.com. Till next time, thanks a lot.
And don't use a hammer.